Hi, and welcome back to Anything But a Sick. I have another article to tear into for your enjoyment off of CoinGecko and from CoinTribune.com. The title reads, Jack Dorsey launches BitChat for secure offline messaging. The title seems hopeful, but I have a suspicion that BitChat turning out to be another Bill Gates in quotes created, the Microsoft operating system. This has very little to do with crypto mining unless you look at the case of Helium, which was trying something similar. Of course, at the end, I'll give my opinion like always. The article reads, even after stepping down from his CEO role at X, formerly Twitter, Jack Dorsey is taking holidays. This time, the former X-boss introduced a new decentralized messaging app BitChat, which could transform the social media space in an era where privacy, security, and censorship have become a big thing. If this project goes mainstream, centralized messaging apps like WhatsApp and Messenger could see a noteworthy peer-to-peer competitor. In brief, BitChat uses Bluetooth mesh networks for peer-to-peer messaging without internet mobile networks or central servers. Messages are encrypted, ephemeral, and relayed through nearby devices, extending range and maintaining privacy. Designed for crisis zones, protests, and off-grid communication, BitChat works even during blackouts or censorship. Inspired by Hong Kong protest tools, BitChat offers a censorship-resistant alternative to mainstream messaging apps. Decentralized messaging via Bluetooth mesh networks. Block CEO and Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey recently rolled out the beta version of BitChat, a new peer-to-peer social communication app that uses Bluetooth low-energy BLE mesh networks. As per the white paper, the new messaging protocol is designed to function without the internet KYC or any form of centralized data storage. In a recent X post, Dorsey clarified that the project is a personal experiment in Bluetooth mesh networks, relays, and store and forward models, message encryption models, and a few other things. BitChat offers ephemeral messaging, meaning messages are temporarily stored in device memory instead of a central database. Hence, it disappears after a set time frame or once it's viewed by the receiver. For an added layer of security, the protocol also provides end-to-end encryption. As users get within range of each other, the app's host devices form a peer-to-peer cluster, transmitting messages by bouncing between nearby devices. To extend the coverage area, certain bridge devices will link several meshes. Popular messaging platforms such as Meta's WhatsApp and Messenger require an internet service for online connection. Plus, these apps are centralized with data stored across the vast network of Meta's data centers worldwide. Dorsey explained that BitChat allows secure communication in areas where internet access is either censored or out of reach. He added that the project embodies IRC vibes of the text-based chat apps in the 1990s. How BitChat works. Built to be trustless, BitChat provides end-to-end encryption and censored messaging. In addition, users can create group chats with the option to use passwords. Here are the underlying operational principles of BitChat. Devices in the mesh network function as both senders and receivers, allowing messages to hop across multiple nearby devices and exceed the usual 30-meter Bluetooth limit. The system is independent of the internet mobile networks or centralized cloud services. Messages remain stored only on the user's device unless deliberately relayed. To work within Bluetooth limited bandwidth, larger messages are divided into smaller segments of 500 bytes. Future enhancements may include Wi-Fi support to improve range and data capacity. Secure offline communication. BitChat is created for real-world utility, especially in areas with limited connectivity such as during disasters and protests. More so, this technology can be applied when communication is untrusted, such as during private conferences or meetings. Besides, it doesn't run on heavy infrastructure like communication towers and data centers. Hence, communication is possible even during network failures, major blackouts, or internet blockages. Fundamentally, BitChat is predicated on the same philosophy employed by the Bluetooth-based apps used during the 2019 Hong Kong protests. BitChat's launch seeks to address growing concerns around data confidentiality, cyber monitoring by top tech firms, and the vulnerability of centralized systems to hacks and government suppression. Although still in its testing phase, the protocol's open source white paper is now available on GitHub where developers study or contribute. That all sounds nice and all, but I'm going to start with the positives of my opinion because even I get tired of being an educative Nancy. I don't know Jack Dorsey personally, so I will not comment on him personally. If Jack Dorsey gets this project off the ground, it would at the very least bring more awareness to smartphone users that they have a choice to not go through traditionally big data farmers. Okay, time for the snark. Jack Dorsey is just rehashing meshtastic with low raw wireless communication. This is nothing new. In fact, phones used to have this ability before it was taken away by Google, the company that really owns your Android smartphone. Bluetooth mesh networks are how the Apple AirTag work as well, so once again let me say this is nothing new. If Jack Dorsey wants users to believe that this is not going to end up like WhatsApp or Helium networks, he's going to have to make this work on a separate device, not a smartphone that's specifically made to collect the user's information. There is no way Jack Dorsey would copy and paste a way to ruin his empire that he still collects royalties from. Not to mention that there would have to be some kind of incentive for people to not only use but share this network to spread it. You can see how that's working out for Helium Networks as they fold and sold the project to Dish Network as soon as the investor money ran out. If users really want a taste of what offline communication feels like, that can do what I have been doing for years now, which is buy ESP8266 and upload the chat app firmware from Space Hunt via Arduino. It will still only cost you a few dollars in a little time. That enough of my ranting. What do the commenters think? Let me know in the comment section below, and I will tear into another article in the next one.